Hey everybody, Mark Dawes here. Now it's a Sunday. Now this is not part of my 30-day challenge because I've finished that now. But we've just finished the CQC course in Hereford with Lofty, Wiseman and Ginge. And Lofty always gives a talk about the will to live. And obviously, you know, people look at that talk and they come at it from Lofty's background and experience, you know, as the longest serving member of the Special Air Service Regiment. But I wanted to just do this video because it relates to lots of other areas of life as well. It's far more reaching than that. Yeah, the will to live is so important. Now, yeah, at times everyone, loses their motivation, they lose their drive, and if that's happening for short periods of time, that's no problem at all. But if that will to live is lost for extended periods of time, this can be really damaging. Now, we've all heard stories about elderly couples, and one of the partners dies, and then the other one's dead within a relatively short period of time. Sometimes as short as 3 days. And in the Korean War, in 1950 to 1953, medical experts, coined the term "giving up-itis" because they saw soldiers, in combat, basically giving up, losing the will to live and dying as a result. And Viktor Frankl, who survived 3 concentration camps in the Second World War, 3 Nazi concentration camps, he observed people in those camps who, instead of getting up and going to work the next morning, would smoke their last cigarette. And they knew, when that person smoked that cigarette, that they would be dead within a very short period of time. So this has massive consequences, in terms of our lives. And, and everyone has a crisis sometimes, either a personal, relationship, business, or whatever crisis. And as part of that crisis, people want to give up, but you can't. You've got to keep going. I've been there. I've had this, where you think, I just don't want to do this anymore. I want to stop, everything's gone wrong. My story, many of you will know, at one point in my life, I ended up £80,000 in debt. We're going to take the house. I was going to lose everything. I didn't feel like a man because, I'm an old school bloke. I'm the breadwinner. And, the impact of that on me was devastating. But there was something that kept me going. There's this little voice inside my head that said, don't give up, keep on going. I've got obviously friends in the SAS, and they will tell me when they're on selection, they just want to focus on the next step, one more step, one more step, one more step. And you hear me talk about Buddhist principles and things like, impermanence, nothing lasts forever. So the point I wanted to make with this video is this: whatever you're going through, or whatever you've been through, or whatever you're likely to go through, never, ever lose the will to live, okay? Don't, because nothing lasts forever and it will soon pass. All right, hope that helps. Have a great day. I'll speak to you soon.